We should all feel great distress of soul. The Apostle James wrote, "Let your joy be turned to mourning." We should be grieving. We should feel sick inside because of this ruling, because of what it means ethically in the presence of God, because of what it means for our families, because of what it means for our country, because it shows in such stark, horrific terms the cowardice and the treachery of our political leaders and our religious leaders. We could never have come to this if it wasn't for the ongoing silence of Roman Catholic prelates, bishops, archbishops, cardinals, and the ongoing silence and complicity of evangelical leaders, heads of denominations, the pastors of so-called super churches and mega churches, the leaders of huge ministries who have television shows, television networks, who have radio shows that reach millions of people, 501c3 tax-exempt radio stations that will refuse to discuss this for fear of losing their tax-exempt status. Yes, I am upset, and all of us should be upset. But it's not enough that we be upset. You can see in the Bible where when Saul, the Bible says that the Spirit of God came upon Saul and he became angry when he heard that the men of Jabesh Gilead had agreed to allow their right eye to be gouged out by, I believe it was the Philistines, unless somebody came and saved them. It's in 1 Samuel chapter 11, if my memory is correct. The Bible says the Spirit of God came upon Saul and he became angry. But it wasn't just anger. He did something. He took 2 oxen and he hacked them into pieces. And then he gave these clumps of bloodied oxen flesh and fur, and he handed them into the hands of messengers, and he said, "Now run throughout Israel, go to tribes, go to villages, go to cities, and say, this shall happen. This is what will happen to those who do not come and defend Jabesh Gilead." So he had anger, but then he had a plan. He resisted, and he prevailed. We are going to have plans, and the plans need to happen in the light of day. In other words, if you think that you could possibly have a revolution, a physical, violent revolution against this government, you're kidding yourself. It's not possible. It's not possible because of communication, all right? They have the ability to monitor all communication and snap people up. It's just not going to happen, all right? So I'm not advocating it. But what could happen in the light of day, and what needs to happen in the light of day, is one of 2 things. Either certain states say we are going to withdraw from the Union, or we refuse to implement this. It will still be a criminal act in this state. We will not issue marriage licenses, and they need to say that we're done with killing babies, and say we will not agree to any federal ruling. And if you send federal troops here, we will nationalize our state National Guard, and then we'll settle this at the barrel of a gun. Or our elected officials in Washington need to impeach these judges and then arrest them and then try them for treason, okay? And what their fate is after treason, after they're convicted of treason, we'll have to leave up to whatever court is able to try them. But that's the only way that this is going to work out. Or God will do to us what he has done to other nations throughout human history. He will simply allow us to reap what we sow, and according to his blessed word, some of that reaping is going to include violence and bloodshed. And we will feel the impact of this. Even those who didn't participate will feel the impact, in part because of our neglect, because we didn't stop this when we could. God save us.
Mm-hmm.